Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. On my lap, I have racing around a crazed beast. A crazed beast. A monster. Gojira. That's right, little Gojira slash Mellow. Because, you know, irony. She's not in Mellow. She's the farthest thing from. I mean, she's not anxious like little Figmo over there against the wall, where he hears a sound and he panics. He's gotten better since I've been giving him the tincture, but he's very anxious and she wants to go back to bed since I did wake her up. So I'm going to put her back before she jumps and hurts herself. So here we go, little one. There we go. Now she's going to run around and wonder exactly what happened and how she went flying into the air and where things were, and now she's back in her cage. How does that happen? Amazing. That happens when you're a hamster. I set my alarm for 7 o'clock this morning, and I went to bed at about, half after midnight, so it was before 1 o'clock before I got to bed, so that was good. I tried to get to bed early for me, and so set my alarm for 7 because I knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep that long. But if I did, I didn't want to sleep too long and such like that. So I actually got about, good golly Miss Molly, 5 hours worth of sleep last night. So that was good. It's better than 4, better than 3. Definitely an awesome thing. Oh, excuse me. I had to wash down my various things with fluids this morning, and now my tummy is of course upset. My stomach is nothing but trouble, but then that's been my body my whole life. I don't really have, well, my doctors think I might have GERD, you know, the gastric, I can't even remember what GERD stands for, but it's heartburn, except it's more than heartburn because it's the acid reflux, and that's bad because excess acid coming up your esophagus can burn you so badly that you can bleed and die, actually. So it's not a good thing. Excuse me. Hokey smokes, my voice box is just getting more and more covered every morning. Maybe I should just try and switch next time to... You're making a lot of noise down there. Try and switch entirely to edibles, but I don't know. I've talked about the issues of why edibles are so difficult to gauge and make sure you've got clear coverage, because edibles, THC only lasts so long, and edibles take a good 45 minutes to an hour and a half to work, and so with that huge window you can have great overlap or no overlap, and I don't want to hurt. I hate pain. I hate pain a lot. I was almost wheelchair bound. Just, oh good golly. Well, while my wife was alive, don't count back years. While she was alive, I had to use a walker, and after her death, until I started using medicinal cannabis, I had to use a walker wherever I went. And I couldn't even sign my name all in one go. It took 3 shots to get it all written. So I don't like pain. I don't want to be wheelchair bound. I don't want to be bed bound. I don't like not being able to move. I so am jealous of being able to do this now. And when I say I'm jealous of being able to do this, what I mean is I want to be able to keep it. I don't want to lose it. I'm going to guard it jealously. Yeah, because good golly Miss Molly, even just a couple months back when I really had to be super duper careful because I wasn't even sure I'd have enough cannabis for even a gram a day, I was really not doing well. In fact, talking about and talking where I was just having to talk like this because I couldn't even lift my arms up because it hurt so much. Luckily, not many of those, but they are there. I like being able to move. I will jealously guard this. I will go without food to make sure that I have enough pain control. I talked about this with my therapist. I can't even remember if I talked about this, where I said, you know, my brother-in-law, he was kind of like my mother in a way on this, because she would talk you into things, and then as soon as you agreed with her, she'd try to talk you out. It's like, hey, do you want to go out for hamburgers? Let's go out for hamburgers. I'm not really up for anything. I'll eat anything. You want hamburgers? Let's go for hamburgers. Let's go for hamburgers. It's like, okay, good point. Let's go for hamburgers. And then immediately, it doesn't have to be hamburgers. Let's make pizza. She fought for a half hour to convince me to go and get hamburgers. And as soon as I said, let's get hamburgers, it's like, let's go get pizza. So that sort of thing. As soon as my brother-in-law said, you should get on the medicinal marijuana, you should do this, you should take medicinal this, you should use marijuana. As soon as I started doing that, immediately it's, you know, I think you're addicted to marijuana. Number one, you can't. You don't get addicted. There is no such. Well, there are people that can become dependent. But dependence is not the same as addiction. And you can have mental dependence on things. So there are people. I mean, after all, human beings can turn anything into heroin. And by that, it's like some people will get so much into, like, say, yoga, that they treat yoga as their heroin. But as soon as I got on it, he started going, I think you're addicted to this. And so I was talking with my therapist again. It's like, you know, there are people that do this and that. But yes, while I will go without food to make sure that I'm not hurting, the difference is I'm not addicted to cannabis. I'm addicted to not hurting. That's what I want. And he said, I understand where you're coming from. It is a quality of life issue. And yes, and a healthcare term, it is a quality of life issue. Because quality of life stuff is just as important as the actual making sure your physical body works. That's one of the big things that they stressed on us when I was going through the nursing stuff, because I was almost a licensed practical nurse. I was taking the classes to go through. I went through 4.25%. There were 5 courses to become a licensed practical nurse, and then you took the test. I went through 4.25 of the courses before my alcoholism forced me to exit the program. This was back in the mid-90s. And so I was almost there, and I was working as a nurse, and I knew my stuff, but life is life. So quality of life is one of the big things they stress, because as a nurse and all that, you're not allowed to make medical choices. And so as a profession, because you can't focus on medical choices, you focus on the other things that aren't quality of life choices. And that's what pushes a lot, at least in the licensed practical nurse area, and at least back when I was going through it. I can't imagine it's changed all that quick. Medical healthcare is slow to change, except, you know, where it's the cutting edge of keeping a life alive, but the actual practices and beliefs and way these things are used are still techniques from 100 and some years back. It took way too long for the medical profession to actually start washing hands to start saving lives. And in fact, when they first introduced the idea of washing hands, it was fought back against. So, hey, doctors are people too. But that's the thing. You have to make quality of life choices, because your quality of life is just as important as everything else. And yeah, I make sure, because just being able to do this is incredible. There were times, like I said, even during the past 2 years, where I couldn't even have done this. And that is so nice being able to do. And I don't need to eat a lot. I only eat about once, sometimes twice a day. But as I've also mentioned, I drink a 1-liter bottle of soda every single day to get a caffeine input. I drink store brand colas. And they have about 1,000 calories in them. So I'm getting calories. They're empty calories. There's energy coming in. So I'm not just like eating half a sandwich and then that's all of my caloric intake. No, I get calories from, like I said, the soda. And over here, I actually have a, forget the brand name, it's just a local thing, but semi-local, local to the state. But there's chocolate, yeah, that's nice chocolate milk there, isn't it? So there's strawberry milk, so I have stuff. And there's calories coming in. It's just when it comes to actually eating food, I eat like once a day. If I eat any more than that, I know that I pack on pounds, and my anorexia is kind of in abeyance. It's not gone. I haven't really dealt with any of the issues necessary to deal with my anorexia, because I picked up a nasty case of anorexia at the same time that I got really, really sick and could not eat without vomiting. Couldn't even drink water without vomiting most of the time. I lost half my body mass, went from 325 pounds to 160 in like 2 months. Not healthy. I'm lucky I didn't die. And I know I can easily put on way too many pounds, because once you've been heavy, your body wants to be heavy again. So I've been very, very careful at the same time as my anorexia is still there. At one point, I had thought and tried to go to a healthy weight of about 210, because I worked out with on an online thing from an online doctor. No, not an online doctor, but a doctor putting a thing online about a healthy weight, and there was a good thing and it made sense. It was scientifically set, and so I took a look, and my good weight for my age and activity level was about 210. But I put on enough weight that I hit 200, and then my anorexia came back so hard that by the time I recovered from that one, I was down around 180. So I've been between 180 and 190 since, and I'm pretty happy with that. In fact, for a while I was down to 170, and then subtract my 20-pound skin suit, because I've got enough loose skin. I carry about 20 pounds of skin in my extra large skin suit on my medium-sized body, because this ain't fat. This is just loose skin that's never going to go away. I could drop down to, well, I had dropped down to 160, and this stuff just flopped looser. Looser? More loosely. Oh my God, looser. But yeah, hokey smoke. So I always have to subtract 15 to 20 pounds from my weight when I stand on a scale, because it's skin. It's weight that'll never go away. No matter how much I lose, I'm going to have to subtract 20 pounds from it for the weight of my actual body inside the 20-pound skin suit. That's one of the big bad parts about being heavy, is you break down the collagen fibers that holds your skin together, and when you've got your stretch marks, and that stuff never pulls back. I've said it before, I'll say it again, because it's a good way to describe it, but I look like a figurine made out of wax that was left in the sun just a little too long. So my whole body looks kind of half melted, except for my outer, my outer extremities. This part is loose, but not as bad. It still at least sucks down to my body, and so that's okay. And my lower legs and my feet, they were never really fat, so that's not an issue. But from my thighs, my belly, and my love handles, hokey smokes, at my weight right now, it ain't purty. So If I find anybody in the future that I want to spend the rest of my life with and get involved with gymnastics with no clothing, they better be happy with somebody with a too large skin suit. Because I can't afford to get surgery. I can't even afford to barely take care of my life. Thumbs up for that. Thank you all very much. Those of you that have donated to my GoFundMe campaign, those of you that have given to my PayPal account, and all of my Patreon.com patrons. You are all beautiful and awesome people. It is because of you I am living underneath a roof. Thank you so very much. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. Now, I am not reading the comments. I am just thanking you for having left a comment. So good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. The fact is you left me a comment. Thank you very, very much. It is appreciated. It is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, with my fibro and worse, I'm amazed I remember my own name sometimes. And if I mispronounce the username, my sincere apologies. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at pronouncing names other than stuff like Jones or Smith. So calling up my crone. Tara M, greatly appreciated. And Kiara NYC, thank you very, very much. Over Teasy, thank you very much. Sly Exile, greatly appreciated. And John Jones, thumbs up and thank you. Thomas S, thumbs up. Clout Vibes, greatly appreciated. Straxion, thumbs up and thank you. Glockley, greatly appreciated. JDM, thumbs up. Dan Scott, greatly appreciated. And The Spam, greatly appreciated. Pandora NYC1, thank you very, very much. The official Aaron, E-R-E-N, thank you very, very much. And D Capo, greatly appreciated. Patrick Taylor, thumbs up and thank you. Tall Dude 123, and it's always good to see you in the comments. And Ionel SLK, thumbs up and thank you. Brian Glenn, greatly appreciated. Carmen Grusser, greatly appreciated. Dark_Sky, thumbs up and thank you. Infinite Cash, greatly appreciated. Katarina Nilsson, thumbs up and thank you. Ida Stuff, thumbs up. And last but not least, Music 30, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you has stated to get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with actual people, and that is a very good thing. Thumbs up and thank you so very much. I have actually been, as stated, I actually slept last night, and that was nice. And my upper lip will suddenly just itch so much. It drives me crazy, especially when I'm recording. Usually that, or my nose starts to itch. One of the things that happens when you draw attention to talking, you start thinking about things, and you start fixating, and because you're fixating, you continue to fixate, and that gets your attention on it, and because your attention's on it, you think about it more, and so you notice stuff more. And so yeah, once my nose starts to itch, I won't spend an entire 20-minute Let's Play having to apologize to every single person on the camera, because every 5 seconds I was going, oh my god, why does my nose itch so much? So yeah, it's fun. Once you start to fixate on something like that, you're caught in a spiral. And hey, if you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com, a blog that I'm going to start work on that I haven't yet. I'm very sorry. And if you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Now, I would understand if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, but if you can or do, that would be awesome. But I do take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. I would understand if you don't want to. I mean, I'm all herky-jerky and I do weird stuff with my hands and I yammer about nothing, but thank you very, very much for each one of you that are down with the subscribing. I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. A very good thing. Hopefully the end of time will be very, very far away. For me, at least 20 years. Because after all, when I kick off, the universe comes to a crashing halt. For me. Whoa, hokey smokes. Hopefully I'm going to have a reaction video, hopefully a gaming video. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. And that is a very good thing. Definitely.